Hey everyone, welcome back. Took a little road trip today. Still on the highway, hanging out by the river actually. It was a good day. So, this will be the conclusion for the social media detox series. I hope that you guys did well on this challenge. I hope that you guys had a great time as much as I did doing this. I feel like I learned a lot, and I just wanted to talk about some of the results that I had. Some things that I was learning and dealing with. So, if you guys had any similar results like what I'm about to talk about, or just share your journey with me about what was going on in your head, what was going on in your life, and what happened? What happened for those 30 days? Doing this, in the beginning, I think maybe for the first couple of days, maybe just the first couple of days, felt a little off. I was just so used to always checking certain things, doing certain things for content, posts, all that stuff, my usual routine. And I took that away for a period of time. I took it away for a period of time. So it was interesting trying to start some new habits, like some of the tasks that I talked about, micro journaling, meditation, getting back into that, and just reading my 10 pages a day. Not that that was hard for me because I do read a lot in general, but definitely have a busy schedule during the week between work and what I'm trying to do. So I had a lot of those things going on, doing those things. I hope that some of those extra tasks might have helped you guys out. The challenge was just to read 10 pages a day. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. I named off a few other things that can occur when you're trying to kind of reset your system. And it's like, sometimes reading might not be enough. Sometimes you got to get your thoughts out on paper with micro journaling. Sometimes you just got to be with your thoughts and meditate. At the same time, sometimes you're just too in your head all the time, and you need to focus on an activity. You need to learn a new skill. Skills are important, especially as men. There's so much that we can learn in this lifetime and develop, and it will help us. So I try to lay out some tasks like that for you guys, where you guys had some room to kind of play with it and see what happened. But I'd love to hear from you guys on what you guys decided to do with all of that. With all of that being said, though, I broke it down for the reading as far as that goes, just to read like 5 pages in the morning and then 5 pages in the evening, depending on your schedule. If things were not as busy for you in the mornings, you could totally just slow down, take a breath, relax, and just enjoy a book that maybe you put off, or maybe read some material that you were trying to get through in the past and you lost track of it. And with that being a given too, like, you could just read in the evening time right before bed, which is great for your sleep. Better than scrolling on the phone, better than scrolling on the internet. And just enticing, an addiction or a continued distraction, like I talked about in this series. Another thing I'll touch on, since I talked about it in the series, dealing with prawn, looking at that, not essential for you. Can be caused from too much scrolling, and you just get these ideas and you're stuck with these thoughts in your head. Not that you're your thoughts, You shouldn't be looking at corn. You don't want corn in your life. So you stop the corn and a lot of your problems go away, especially mental health. That was the other thing too. Doing a little bit of research on this subject, there was like a high percentage escalation in women and in men dealing with depression and such. You know, you're always constantly comparing yourself to basically the best versions of people that you're seeing in these posts or on their social media platforms. So you're not seeing the whole 9 yards. You're not seeing where they started, you know, maybe 3 years ago to where they are now. You're seeing all the good things that are happening in their lives. None of the bad and none of the stuff in between are the setbacks. So it really is a delusion in your life, if you let it be. I think that social media has really distracted us from the realities of life and, you know, being present, but also just appreciating the things like the journey, taking the steps, doing the mundane things to get to where we want to be in life. So with all that being said, like, I just didn't feel as irritated. I didn't feel as anxious dealing with like notifications and checking in with friends and people that I'm networking with online. I just let it all swing by the wayside. I check the messages and it might be like 2 to 4 days go by and I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should message them back. So aside from that, you know, I did okay on the challenge. I think I could have done a little bit better, just not even accessing them on the phone. And for people that really struggled with it, like I said in the challenge too, you know, delete the apps for a period of time. This doesn't have to be a 30-day thing. You could take it further if you wanted to. If you really need a break, sometimes it's just best to delete social media. A lot of people did that for over a year, even into 3, to make it that extreme. And they just keep living their lives. We can live without these apps. We can have, normal lives by just having a cell phone and having these experiences with people in our lives. You know, the other thing I came to realize is that I feel like people convince themselves that they are so limited. They have these self-limiting beliefs about themselves, maybe because of these apps, and that they're not capable of doing more. But we are. With a lot of the things I touched on in the videos, you know, what would happen if we did go back to those ways where we used maps, we had to build things on our own, we had to use our own knowledge from what we learned versus looking online for answers. It's too easy nowadays just to ask Google what we need help with, you know, versus being more self-reliant on our experiences, our skills, and what we've learned. You know, we're more capable than what we think we are. And I feel like that there's an agenda being pushed to where we're supposed to just be happy with what we have, to have this kind of built contentment within, you know, this matrix that they want us to be stuck in, you know. And I'm only saying that because there's people that literally want to keep you in a prison, so they don't want you to, you know, discover the power within. And we all have that. We all have that. You, me, everybody does. Everybody does. So let me know what you guys read. Would love to hear about the different books you guys read and tell me what you learned. Maybe tell me about the skills that you guys learned too during the 30 days. So I would love to hear from you guys. I learned a lot in just taking my time. I wasn't as irritable. I wasn't as, like, you could say, anxious to check and see what my feed was looking like and all of that. It gave me time to really reflect on what I was reading and taking in. And then also the other book that I started too this month. I was really happy about that. But I think that'll wrap everything up, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this challenge. Let me know what you guys experienced in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you for all the support. You know, my subscribers are people just tuning in. So I love you guys, and thank you for watching. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Peace.